in the rest of my heart, my heart. Lord, let your presence fill the rest of my heart. I need you, Jesus. Let your presence fill the rest of my heart. Yes, Lord. Lord, let your presence gently rest upon my heart. Oh, I need your presence right now to come and rest upon my heart. I need your presence to come and rest upon my heart. I can't make it without your presence. I need it to come and rest upon my heart. I need your presence. Come and rest upon my heart. Like the dew in the morning, gently rest upon my rest alone. Like the dew in the morning, gently rest upon my yes, Lord. Like the dew in the morning, gently rest upon my heart. Like the dew in the morning, gently rest upon my heart. I need you, Lord, to come and rest. Like the dew in the morning, Lord. Rest, What do you mean the connecting rooms were not confirmed?
Exactly, not.
singing in the spirit for about 30 seconds. We get to minister to the Lord. That's right, sing in the spirit, sing in the spirit. All over the room.
Reese's and Hershey's Zero Sugar. So delicious. You'll check the label twice.
Your smashed flower pot? Our Gorilla Glue. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
It's my cross you bore, so I could live in the freedom you died for. And now my life is yours, and I will sing of your goodness forevermore. Worthy is your name, Jesus. You deserve the praise. Worthy is your name. Worthy is your name, Jesus. You deserve the praise. Worthy is your name. Now my shame is gone. Stand amazed. Beautiful, undeniable. This goes on and on, and I will sing of your goodness forevermore. Worthy is your name, Jesus. You deserve the praise. Worthy is your name. Worthy is your name, Jesus. You deserve praise. Worthy is your name. Worthy is your name, Jesus. You deserve praise. Worthy is your name. Worthy is your name, Jesus. You deserve the praise. exalted now in the heavens. Let your glory fill this place. You alone deserve our praise. You're the name above all names. Be exalted now in the heavens. Let your glory fill this place. You alone deserve our praise. You're the name above all names. Be exalted now in the heavens. Let your glory fill this place. You alone deserve our praise. You're the name above all names. Be exalted now in the heavens. Let your glory fill this place. You alone deserve our praise. You're the name above all names. Be exalted now in the heavens. Let your glory fill this place. You alone deserve our praise. You're the name above all names. Be exalted now in the heavens. Let your glory fill this place. You alone deserve our praise. You're the name above all you deserve praise.
Get a butter croissant for a legal expense. It's flaky, it's soft, it's now 49 cents. We make them in Europe and bake them in store. And we don't even mind if you flake on our floor. The price and the flavor will make you go, wow. Find a store nearby to eat one right now.
Another reason to be a good driver is saving money.
Your name is the highest. Your name is the greatest. Your name stands above them all. All thrones and dominions, all powers and positions. Your name stands above them all. And the angels all creations cry. You are lifted high. Holy, holy forever. and the angels cry, holy, all creations cry, holy, holy.
For hydration that goes beyond, I upgraded my routine to immersive hydration from Eucerin.
All new Beyblade X. Find your edge. Prove it in battle. Beyblade X Extreme Battle Set. Additional drops sold separately.
Are you faithful to the promises and everything you've made? Lord, I'm so grateful you with me every step, and I never will forget when nothing could how you bless me, how your hand has never let me go, never let me go. You have been so good to me. God, I can't believe how you love me. What a friend you have been. So good to me. Oh God, I can't believe how you love me. What a friend you have been. Everybody got a friend in Jesus. For the blood that washed me clean,
For the wrongs that you repeat, God knows you're letting go. My eyes don't have to say, no more reason to believe. 'Cause when I think of how you bless me, I know that you'll never let me go. You never let me go. You have been so good to me. Oh God, I can't believe
Finish Ultimate, engineered for the toughest conditions. Dry, burnt-out stains, old dishwashers, very hard water. Finish Ultimate with CycleSync technology helps deliver the ultimate clean.
Tight and dry skin after cleansing? Switch to Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. Cleanses work like a magnet to gently cleanse, remove makeup, and hydrate skin for 12 hours. Leaving skin refreshed and feeling soothed. For all skin types, even sensitive. Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water by Garnier Naturally.
Wraps somehow for 45 days. Shocking. Yeah. Okay, yes, moving on to Diddy and what the authorities say is now become a pattern. And since the indictment and since there have been a few more lawsuits filed, they are getting a wave of accusers coming forward. There's, as they put it, an uptick in the number of people calling and saying that they have had encounters that with Diddy encounters that they want to talk to the authorities about because they think it may be a crime.
Now, and this comes on the heels of a press conference yesterday with Busby Walker saying initially when they put a press release out that they were going to do this, they talked about 50 victims. Now they're saying, what, 100?
Yeah, when they showed up yesterday, they said 120. So just in the week since Tony Busby, the attorney, made that announcement that he's going to be filing these lawsuits, that means that many more people suddenly got in touch with him.
But we're not, by the way, just one thing, we're not suggesting that all of them are valid or not valid, because I don't think a lot of them are valid.
You would have to imagine that a lot of people see, all these people coming forward and might be just kind of trying to jump on the bandwagon or think maybe this is a payday. But the other side of it is that we're being told that a lot of these people who are coming forward now that Diddy's actually in prison, they don't feel like scared to come forward or, basically get any type of repercussions from Diddy for coming forward with these stories. And that's why they're getting the influx.
And the reality is some of these people might just become witnesses. Maybe they just have information that will help the authorities and not necessarily that they're victims. But I would imagine there may also be alleged victims there as well.
I just thought of this. There is a rub here that if there are various allegations, that doesn't mean it becomes part of a federal case.
Correct.
Because typically these are state cases. So, everybody thinks this all gets folded.
Except for the fact that one of the counts is a RICO, which is so broad that if the feds, my point is that all these people coming forward, the feds could find a way, depending on what information they have, to include them.
Yes, but when you read this 14-page indictment, and again, I say 14 pages because it's shockingly short, for a RICO case, but they only list one alleged victim in the sex trafficking case, and that's clearly Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
So if they had this big number,
You could have a large number of victims in the RICO part of the.
but they didn't list it that way. I mean, I don't know.
You're right, they didn't, and that's why I'm saying that maybe some of these people who are coming forward now, that's how they could be included in the federal. I don't know.
There's something else. There's something else that came out today. Wendy Williams, who had real beef with Diddy, she's spoken out now.
Yes, so we'll get into their history in a moment, but everyone was waiting to hear what Wendy Williams would have to say about this. This is what she told the Daily Mail. She said, "What is really weird is that I've been told by so many people, Wendy, you called it, including some people from my family who have said the same. You know how I feel about that? It is about time to see this video on TV of Cassie getting pummeled. It was just horrific. But now you have to think, how many more times? How many more people? How many more women? It's just so horrible."
And they have a lot of bad blood.
Goes back to
Hot 97.
Hot 97. Wendy was a DJ there, and the story is that Diddy got her fired because he was upset that she kept repeating on the air rumors about him being gay, and her attempts to out him got him enough that he made a call, and she ended up getting fired because this was back in the day when Bad Boy was really blowing up in the 90s, so late 90s.
So there are decades of,
He would have had the power if that's what happened, but he certainly would have had the power at that point.
right.
I am Andy from Beverly Hills, and look, first of all, it's so good to know that Wendy is alive and breathing because we have been missing her so much. So it is kind of sad that it took so long and so many victims to come forward. But you know what? Justice for Wendy, and I think Diddy is going down, and he's going to be taking a lot of people down with him.
I will say, slow the roll on projecting where this is heading.
because we don't know where the feds are going to go with this as far as whether there'll be more counts. We don't know
What the defense
what
is going to mount.
is going to be.
Yeah, you just don't know yet.
Yeah.
I'm taking a break.
All right, so when we come back, a huge change in higher education. No more legacy admissions, at least here in California. There's a new law, and just because you donate lots of money or you attended a fancy university, and not only public ones, private as well, that is no law. We're going to be joined by the assemblyman who wrote this bill. He's going to be here to defend it when we come back. Assemblyman Phil Ting.
Warning, a lot of arguments to follow.
1 second, it's a pipe dream. And the next, it's a dream come true. 1 second, you know it's all protected. And then, is everything okay? The police have been dispatched? Well, we still do.
Before discovering Walton University, I never knew how much I could truly achieve.
The Walton faculty opened my mind.
I learned from many doctoral scholars in my field.
Change makers and accomplished leaders.
Equipped with the real world skills I needed.
They guided me to grow in unexpected ways.
And helped empower me to make a difference in others' lives.
Walton University set a course for change. Jorge has always put the ones he loves first, but when it comes to caring for his teeth, he's let his own maintenance take a back seat. Well, maybe it's time to shift gears on that. Aspen Dental has complete, affordable care, all under one roof. Plus $29 exams and x-rays for new patients without insurance, and 20% off treatment plans for everyone. Making it easier to get started with quality care. There's one more way. Aspen Dental is in your corner.
So my coworker saw my bank account and was like, how are you surviving on $25? I'll tell you, if you really want to know how I keep from overdrafting, I use Empower, because Empower Cash Advance gives me up to $300 instantly, with no interest, no late fees. They never even check my credit. I remember the first time I tried Empower, I really needed to pay for gas, and Empower Cash Advance saved me. Like, poof, all that stress, gone. So take it from me, download the app, get up to $300 now.
Well, there is a big change for universities here in California because the governor has just signed a bill that outlaws legacy admissions at all universities.
So what it means is, like, you know, there might be like a guy who has a grandson who doesn't have the grades necessarily or the SAT scores, but he has a lot of money and he'll donate a lot of money.
Donated money,
And the kid gets in.
it's the thing. It's the thing that everyone knows has been happening forever. Interesting, we put up a photo of USC, where yes, of course that happens, and certainly at Stanford, all universities.
Now, but what's interesting about this is not just with state-run schools like the University of California. These are private schools too that get some state money, but we're talking about USC, Stanford, and others. So this triggered a raging debate in our news this morning.
Honestly,
Raging
6:30 in the morning, and people were screaming at each other. And we have one person to thank for that. Assemblyman Phil Ting from San Francisco. He's the author of this bill that ended up on Governor Newsom's desk, and I'm sure he's
appreciated. So before we get into it with you, points of view on this. Sure. Why don't you give us the logic behind why you're slamming the door on these legacy admissions?
It's a great question. What we see is education is one of the main ways that people can get ahead in life. Whether you're going from working class to middle class to upper middle class, or even upper income, education is one of those key differentiators. What we saw is a report came out about a year ago by a group of Harvard professors, Opportunity Insights, and they looked at what happens when you get into these elite Ivy League colleges or Ivy League plus colleges, including Stanford. And what they said is your life determinant, your ability to make more money, your ability to have a better life goes up significantly. And what they also said is, if you are from the top 1% of families in America, you're twice as likely to get into those schools than anybody else, even when you look at this, when the people have the same grades, the same test scores, the same extracurriculars. And it's just not fair. I mean, I would have thought that, schools would have said, hey, this person had to work their way through high school, how to, help a single mom, that would have tilted. But what we realized, actually, that wasn't what was tilting the scales. It was just pure money. And it was the money that was being donated to those universities, and that's what was ultimately tilting the scales.
Is this also tied, similar to the fact that last year the Supreme Court banned affirmative action for admissions at colleges, which definitely seemed to your point, is them sort of saying, yeah, no one's getting in now. We're not trying to balance things out anymore.
That's right. And in fact, in that decision, Justice Gorsuch, one of the conservative members, actually called out legacy admissions to say, I don't know that we can justify legacy admissions anymore either. Right now, you can't take race into account at all in the admissions process. So why should we be able to take someone's wealth into account?
So, okay, I want to make an argument. I want to hear what you say to this. So, because I'm all for, and because I know that these schools are dealing with the Supreme Court ruling by saying, look, we can, and the Supreme Court said it, you can still look at background and things about somebody's upbringing that aren't necessarily based on race, but are based on socioeconomic issues and whatnot, to admit them, which is great. My argument is this. Number one, I don't know why the state of California is dictating what private schools should be doing. Yeah, but the bigger thing is that if somebody donates $30 million to the Stanford Medical Center, and that can benefit in so many ways. It can benefit patients, it can benefit research for diseases, and it can also benefit the school because they can retain faculty that are being courted by others for more money. And this is the way of the world. So you let a kid in that may not have the grades or the SAT scores, and I get it, it's not fair, but the balancing act of what that money can do, and I've taught at 2 law schools, money is an issue that you can create so much good. You're not like letting all these people in, you're letting a select few in where you're just turning on the fire hose, getting money into these universities, which they need.
One of the main reasons is I just feel like they should be transparent. If you can buy a slot into Stanford or USC for $30 million, why don't you put it in the admissions page? That's nowhere. It's not on there. They say, here's all this criteria, here's what we look at, but they don't say that. And I think that's where the disingenuous part is, because they say, hey, come, we look at everything, we look at all the holistic students, we want you to, have good grades and work hard, but you know what, if you got the $30 million, we'll let you in. And so I think that's the part that I really am very concerned about.
Just so we're clear, the intent for the model you've drawn up is, I'm going to give money purely so a family member can get in. Yes, other people are going to, hey, hold on. Yes, other people, I let you talk. I got it. Yes, other people are going to benefit from this, but really, this is so I can get a grandson or maybe a great-grandson down the line that they can get into this school and they can better themselves. So explain the intent of that. Explain athletics. So what's the intent? Hold on. So get in. What's the intent? What is the intent of allowing someone a DEI entry? What is the intent of that? The intent is to give people opportunity. Give people opportunity. Yeah. So they're not the same thing, but they're both okay.
They're both okay.
Harvey, the defense of legacy-based preferential treatment and the quid pro quo that goes on in these universities is shameful. It's absolutely shameful. It may have been the dirty little secret. You may say life is unfair. It doesn't have to be that way. And this is gross. University of Southern California has been called the University of Spoiled Children for as long as I've been here, and enough is enough. The keys to the kingdom are through the university system. When I went to Harvard, I saw all those legacy students. They were not impressive. It did no benefit for them because I looked at them as legacy admissions. It was no help to them either. The school will still get donations. This parade of horribles that they won't get funding is nonsense.
All right,
They will
so
still get
now
plenty of funding.
that we're over the histrionics with things like gross and nonsense and absurd, let's get down to facts. Assemblyman Ting made a very good point at the top that education is the way people get ahead. And that's why we have in California literally the world's best public education system that is funded by taxpayers at the cost of tens or hundreds of millions of dollars. That doesn't mean that private educational systems that are not funded, I get that they get grants, but they're not primarily funded by the public, should also not be able to make whatever rules it wants for its admissions. It's different than race. That is constitutionally protected.
But again, they do because they're taking millions of dollars in state money. So Stanford gets $3 million in Cal Grant money, as USC gets $30 million in Cal Grant money. That's not a small amount of taxpayer money, and the taxpayers want to make sure that they're espousing state goals. And education from a state point of view is about educational access, making sure we're educating Californians, and we're providing the best economic opportunity for the state. The reason the state is so economically vibrant is because of UC and CSU and our amazing community colleges. Again, they all have to fundraise. It's not saying that you can't admit people who are children of alumni or children of donors. You just can't offer them preferential treatment. And again, these folks have every advantage in life already. They go to the best schools, they live in the best areas, they get the best extra. They can get lacrosse coaches, they can get coaches to row your boat.
They get someone to take the SATs for them.
They can do so much. Even then, they're still twice as likely. Even when someone else who didn't even have any of those advantages can compete with them, they're saying, those schools say, hey, you know what? The money makes a difference, and so hey, we're letting the rich
real quick. How do you reconcile what you're saying with the fact that a lot of these schools let athletes in who don't have the grades, who don't have the SAT scores, and it happens all the time?
I think it's a great question, and I think athletics is going to be one of the next things that people look at, because everyone's
going to ban that.
Everyone,
respect to Assemblyman Ting, and I think the points we've raised are really important ones. I think this is where the argument against these sorts of favoritism for universities implodes on itself or caves in on itself, because we all recognize that most of us do, that there are reasons why people get preferential treatment. That's not purely SAT and it's not purely grades. There are myriad factors that go into anybody's decision or university decisions. One of them is how good or how fast you can run or how well you can throw a football. Another one is, can your parents get $10 million to build a building? That $10 million, we're not crying for the kid of the 10 millionaire. What we're saying is this benefits all the other students who then get to participate in the academic achievement.
But if the university was so proud of it, how come it's not in their admissions profile?
I get behind that one.
It's the shameful little secret of universities, and we all know it.
If they declared it up front and said that, then we are going to do this. Wouldn't you be okay with it?
I would still not be okay with it, but at least it'd be a lot more honest. At least it'd be a lot more honest.
But you wouldn't be okay with it.
Yeah,
and you should be okay with it.
Yeah, because I don't think you should be able to bribe your way into these colleges.
We celebrate arguing here.
Yes.
And you have facilitated that. You want a job? Yeah.
You know what? I need a job in December, so I'm going to come back. If you need someone to get water or run and get pizza, I'm your guy.
Just come in and just throw out a topic every morning and just stir it up. That's what we need.
Hey, it's a pleasure. Really, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Really appreciate it. Well, thanks for writing the bill. Really appreciate that. We're gonna take a break. Gotta try and balance things out. All right, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, the Taylor Swift Guitar Destroyer, the guy who smashed that guitar, is now selling it again for charity. Why did he smash it? Well, guess what? He's going to be with us when we come back. Wow, imagine if he slammed it on the ground.
Sausage looks good. Very great.
You're still great, Grandpa.
See? Told ya.
Ah, family time. Of course, it's not the same if you can't enjoy your favorite foods. But getting your teeth fixed at a price you can afford, don't really see that one on the table. Here's something to chew on. Aspen Dental specializes in custom-made dentures and implants, utilizing the latest technology. Now, more affordable for you at 25% off. Helping people like Rose keep family traditions going. Just one more way. Aspen Dental is in your corner.
TMZ's got every freaking thing! Pixelets, big stories, big events!
Even Bianca, side by side of Kanye's listening party, who looks better?
Bianca is 7 years younger. And she don't got 7 kids! It's TMZ!
All right, we're out of debate mode now. Out of debate mode. We can both agree on this, that maybe the biggest story of the week, which is crazy. Well, look, it involves Taylor Swift, so you know it's going to get a lot of attention. I had no idea it would get the kind of attention it has. We showed you earlier in the week that there was an auction of a guitar that was, as they said at the auction, signed by Taylor Swift, and that gentleman paid $4,000 for it, and the money, by the way, went to charity. Yes, and he smashed it to smithereens. And then smashed it with a hammer. Well, guess what? That guitar is now up for sale again. The smashed version. The smashed version, as of right now, is more valuable than when this gentleman bought it at the auction. So the good news is up to $4,050. It started at $100. And the good news is, so it's another $4,000 that goes to this charity that helps the youth agricultural education of youth there, which is great. Yeah, but it's caused a lot of controversy. There are people in Taylor Swift's camp who say she didn't sign it. There's a certificate of authenticity, though. And then there's the Swifties who are, I'm sure, just upset that why would you ever smash a guitar that has any connection to Taylor Swift? And then they're saying there's some political overtone here because it's sort of a pro-Trump type thing. Right. Well, let's get the answers. Because we are so thrilled that we are being joined by really the man of the week, Gary Estes. Gary Estes, who won the auction, paid $4,000, and is mighty handy with a hammer. Gary, welcome to TMZ Live. Thank you for having me. Hey, we really appreciate it. So, let's just start with the hammer part, because everybody's wondering about that. What was behind it? Because there are some people who think
It's a statement, a political statement supporting Trump. What's behind it?
No, really, there's not. The hammer issue came up. Number one, I never even knew I was going to be the winning bidder of the guitar, just to begin with. When I found out it was, I walked up to the stage to take possession of the guitar, and I was actually handed a hammer and said, hey, would you like to take care of Taylor Swift's guitar with this hammer? The whole crowd in the entire building was applauding and said, yeah. So I thought, well, it's, at the time I didn't know it was an authentic guitar, but I just knew it was a guitar with Taylor Swift's picture on it. That's all I knew. And so I hit the guitar. It looks like a whole bunch, but it really wasn't. The hammer got stuck a couple of times. So I took the guitar back to the table, and I had more kids come over and want to take pictures of the guitar than you can ever imagine. And it was just a lot of fun. It was a lighthearted joke. It was a lot of fun. The whole crowd applauded. You really had to be there to really see and feel the crowd. So it was for a good cause. It was for the kids.
So what I'm wondering is, can we go back to this certificate of authenticity? Because there are people in Taylor's camp that seem to be saying she never signed the guitar. So you have a certificate. You've seen the guitar.
I saw it up close.
Can you help us understand this?
Well, I have seen the guitar very closely. That's a true statement. Yes, I do have the certificate. It does show to be authentic. The signature on the guitar shows to be authentic. We are in the process of that now, but I do believe that it is authentic. And that's the way it was sold. And these guys are real truthful guys.
Yeah, did it look like she had actually signed the guitar, or was it something else that she signed that was then either glued to the guitar or attached to the guitar in some way? Or was it actually the guitar?
You're correct. It did look like something else that she had signed, and it was glued to the guitar. It was not her actual taking a marker and actually signing the guitar. No. If that was the case, what happened to the guitar would have never happened to the guitar. And it would never would have sold for that kind of money either.
Oh, so you knew from the get-go that she hadn't actually signed the guitar, but it was something that was superimposed onto it, and therefore it didn't feel as valuable, and it was just kind of a charity thing, and you did it as a gag.
I did it as a gag, yes. Now, I know about the signature. No, I just knew the Taylor Swift's guitar. That's all I knew. It was, they told me it's an autographed guitar. So, me being me, I said, yeah, right. Not believing that.
Okay, we're gonna put you on the spot. Favorite Taylor Swift song?
All of them.
Good answer. Good answer, Gary. Excellent answer. Well, listen, good luck with the auction. It is going to charity and to a good cause. So whatever people feel about your destruction of the guitar, at least you're putting the money to a good cause. So we applaud you for that.
Thank you, Gary.
Let me add one more thing in here.
Sure.
The guitar is for sale. It is there. Taylor, if you're listening to this, you're a great artist. If you want to buy the guitar back, I will be glad. All the money's going to charity. I'll be glad to hand deliver the guitar and hug your neck and thank you for letting us donate that.
All right. Okay. Go back to let me hear, bitch. You make it, bitch.
Okay, Gary. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye now.
That's fun. Yeah. Okay. We're taking a break.
All right. When we come back, all the interest and excitement over the Ryan Murphy Menendez Brothers series on Netflix stirred interest in the actual house where the murders were committed, and TikTokers found their way into it. You're going to get a tour of the house, the entire house, including the murder scene. You'll see what it looks like now.
Shopping is hard.
I can never find anything in my size.
I don't even know my size.
I buy my clothes the same place I buy my groceries.
What's up with you?
There's a better way. See this? No shopping.
Make it easy with Stitch Fix. Just share your size, style, budget, and done. Your personal stylist sends pieces picked just for you.
That was
Easy. Stitch Fix, online personal styling for everyone.
Welcome back to TMZ Live, the Menendez Brothers series, Monsters, on Netflix. So much interest in this series and so much buzz about it. People who are questioning some of the plot lines and especially the part about the brothers allegedly having an incestual relationship. We'll get to that because Ryan Murphy has an interesting take on that. But again, this interest in it, so much so that TikTokers, now, these are your typical TikTokers, I think. But, look, they're the house where the murders were committed, Elm Street, on Elm Street. The house was actually sold earlier this year for $17 million, and it's undergoing some major renovations. Some of the construction workers who were walking through the house decided, hey, we could put this on TikTok.
This is going to
get a lot of attention.
Yeah.
So that is what's happening.
And this is actually, part of this we're going to show you is the media room. This is where Eric and Lyle Menendez, right there, walked in and shot their parents in this bloody, horrific scene. That is the media room. Just kind of interesting to look at it. But the house has been gutted. Although what's really interesting is the video shows pretty much everything has been torn apart. But they kept some of it, like they kept the bookshelf in the media room, and it's almost like they want that as a souvenir.
Link back to the
kind of
original house,
which is a little bit weird because everything else has just been gutted. Yeah, but they kept that bookcase, which is interesting.
And with this new Netflix series out now, you have to assume that this is driving neighbors crazy because there's all these people that are now showing up to the neighborhood to see the house, which it has come out that this the actual house was not actually the house they filmed at for this recent Netflix series. I mean, Harvey, you covered this case. Was there this much attention around the house at the time of the murders?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like O.J. Simpson, but, people did go by. And, it's funny because Dominic Dunn, who was a dear friend of mine, was writing for Vanity Fair and wrote about the trial. And Ryan Murphy basically used a lot of what Dominic said in creating the script. And Dominic called his Vanity Fair pieces Nightmare on Elm Drive.
Right.
And so he kind of put Elm Drive out there, and a lot of people went.
Well, and interestingly, Ryan Murphy is sort of saying that Dominic Dunn is where he got the incestuous storyline. He says that he doesn't personally believe that they did have an incestuous relationship.
He's just said that because he didn't say that
at first. Right. It's sort of like he's now saying, hey, you guys are giving me so much heat about this. Let me explain. Dominic Dunn is the one who put it out there first, and that's where I got this plot line.
When I covered this, I had never heard that.
And this was something that Dominic wrote in one of
Dominic insinuated it in an article. But, I talked to Dominic a lot about the Menendez brothers, and what we talked more about was the sexual abuse. He never mentioned anything about the incest, because what Dominic did is he wrote about things he heard at dinner parties and places like that. And it was more around the trial than the trial itself. And, it feels like it's something that was generated at a dinner more than, but I'm serious, because he did that with O.J. Simpson too. And it seems like, and Ryan Murphy said initially, he was just putting a bunch of theories out that people had said. He wasn't embracing any of them. He seems to be walking this one back.
What's up, everyone? My name's AMG, and I'm down here in Atlanta, Georgia. And all I want to say is, after watching the documentary, it definitely, the whole family was haunted. I only got 2 questions. Is the house haunted, and was the house soundproof? Okay? We need to know that.
Yeah, I don't think it was soundproof. Haunted? I can't speak to that.
It is interesting, because they used a shotgun. And a shotgun makes a lot of noise. And these houses are one after the next after the next. Nobody heard anything. So that really is kind of interesting. There was no neighbor who said, I heard a shotgun blast. Right. And
it wasn't just one blast. So
more than a dozen.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to move on.
Yes, to something happier. Lady Gaga talking about her engagement to Michael Pollan.
By the way, happier is a low bar here.
Yeah. Yes. That's fair point. She's talking about how they got engaged. She was on with Jimmy Kimmel and revealed that they were rock climbing, which struck everybody as a little weird because they don't think of Lady Gaga as something she would do. But she did, and she said this is how the engagement happened.
We went rock climbing, and we've been rock climbing before, which was super fun. And
for real?
Yeah, for real.
Did you guys climb up, and then he proposes to you?
He didn't propose to me at the top. We climbed up to the top, and we looked around, and we took some photos, and then we went back down, and we were just like walking back to the room and talking, and he said he actually was very Michael to ask me if he could ask me. He wanted to know if it was okay to propose before he proposed, and I was like, yes. So okay.
That's weird.
What?
Ask it. Yeah, can I propose?
His personality.
You know the funniest thing? What she said, and this is my ridiculous brain. Yeah, sure you can ask me. Will you marry me? No.
Yes, you may ask. No, I won't.
Okay, we're gonna take it.
All right. When we come back, Taylor Swift actually was involved in the vice presidential debate, or at least it certainly seems so. We're going to show you which candidate. I mean, look, it wasn't J.D. Vance. which running mate actually had a shout out to Taylor. So Taylor's fans think.
At Harbor Freight, we do business differently from the other guys. We design and test our own tools and sell them directly to you. No middleman. No folks in suits telling us to raise prices for the heck of it. Just quality tools you can trust at prices you'll love. That's how we like to do business anyway. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight. Save even more at our parking lot sale this weekend.
Excuse me. Jesus Christ. All creations cry. Holy.
So conventional reaction or wisdom on the vice presidential debate is that Senator J.D. Vance kind of came out on top as far as delivery, but Tim Walz did have one little ace in his pocket, or in his hand, on his sleeve, his wrist. Yeah, and I don't think it was by accident.
Of course it wasn't.
Yeah, because Swifties did notice that little bracelet there, and some people think it is an actual
It's a total friendship.
Taylor
Of
Swift
course it is.
official friendship bracelet.
It's what's interesting is that he knew it would get caught on camera, but it wasn't like displayed. He mentioned Taylor Swift at the end, saying she supported him, which makes sense. That
Why not? Yeah,
they
the whole
wanted
point
to
of get it.
Elena. Let me tell you guys a story.
All right, tonight is October the 7th, 2025, and I just finished eating some rice,
You're laughing too early. Anyways,
and I'm
she asked me, she said, have you ever had sex with a black girl before? I was like, no, I haven't. She's like, oh, you don't know what to do with this, black.
a movie. And see if I'm trying to find me a movie. Probably do my nails and my toes.
What this is kid.
Finally, you're all here.
Who's this guy?
Well, I am really excited to get this started. Well, not the burial, of course. that would be inappropriate. But everything else, I'm really excited to get started. You know what, never mind, I'll just introduce myself. I am Mr. Shepherd. I'm your mother's attorney. I am also the executor of her will.
Oh, good. Okay. Are
I've
we
seen
gonna?
this before. I'm gonna look at this. Oh no.
Whoa, it's the Capital One Bank guy.
This is staged.
Can we get a selfie? Of course. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Ooh, that's
So, what do you do outside the Capital One Cafe?
what do you mean?
Like when you go home or
Stay tight. Don't let the overdraft fees bite. What's in your wallet?
If I was to describe this sandwich in one word, I would say magical. This is Jamor, and the little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is that extra off. I go back and forth from the spicy filet to the original filet. Personally, I get into the sweetness of the honey. That's what hits first. Then you have the extra kick from the spicy filet, and then you also have the spice of the jalapeno peppers. The combination alone takes it over the top. It's award-winning in my mind.
No customer paid for their testimonial.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm on a music video shoot. I gotta go.
Ticket, please.
Yeah, I'll get it at the next town.
You have to have a ticket.
You've never had someone need to get a ticket at the next town.
No, ma'am.
Well, out here, where is everyone getting a ticket? Everyone just magically have a ticket?
Yes, they magic it off the computer.
Look, I'm having a really bad day, and
You know how it is. They left the house. Then you have to get off the bus. Now, unless you have cash, because we take that too.
well, my wallet was.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but you're going to have to exit the bus.
No.
No?
No. I'm not getting off this bus. I have to be on this bus. It's important.
Ma'am, you can't ride this bus if you don't pay for a ticket. Now, please, get off the bus. Excuse me, get off the bus now.
Don't you know who I am?
No, I don't. But I'm about to call the police. I'm calling.
Yeah, I've definitely seen her before. She looks like an older version of Casey Stryker. That's it, that's her. Casey Stryker! Hey Casey, I loved you when I was 10. What's she doing on a bus? Thanks a lot. Awesome.
Don't waste this precious time. Done. All the powers now, so choose to live it well. Wherever I go, you are always on my mind.
Hello, Casey. It's your mother. I have something to read. There once was a farmer who planted seeds. Some of the seeds fell on a path. Birds ate them. These seeds are like those who hear the message of the kingdom and don't understand. Some seeds fell on rocks. Some scorched.
Breathe deep, my dear, just
What happened? Where is it? Oh. Us little sisters have to stick together.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to get home.
I know I can find out. I think that's stuff. I bet your mom's missing it.
I don't think so.
You know.
Are you okay? You hitchhiked all the way from California? Yeah, I lost my wallet. Really? What happened?
Hi, Emily. Hi, Lance. Been a while since we were.
Picture? Oh, sure.
Oh, sweet. Casey, how did you lose your wallet? Oh, that's right. You just said you lost it with Lula. Lost, stolen, thing to. Not really. Doesn't matter. I didn't realize that things were so tight. Oh, I struggled to struggle past tense. I didn't realize these were so arbitrary. This is the new stuff coming from someone with everything. Well, we can't take it with us. It's true. Haven't been taking anyone else until now. So I can assume you won't be paying back my money anytime soon. That was years ago. It's way overdue.
Okay, that's enough,
I checked my phone and waited on a short business call.
Really? That's amazing. You're making things happen?
Sure. I don't know what the is for. I like that one. Oh, don't worry, Emily. I used to get in accidents when I told you. That way you don't have a car? Well, public transportation is better for you.
Mom, well, let me take public transportation.
Oh, New York's dangerous. Like, no 18 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, good. No.
Listen, around me.
So, anyways, lying to people is not good advice. She's right. It's better than control, though.
Please show some respect. On the way to bury your mom.
Looks smaller than me. It's bigger than me.
That's because of it.
Oh, wow. Ooh. Thought we were just staying for one night.
I have a designer bag.
I bought it for Sophia for her birthday.
Oh.
Out there in politics, they have to look good.
Oh, really? Politics is just a small town there. Cool shoes. Practical shoes. I mean, I love her shoes.
¡Ay, Sofía! ¡Hola, sobrinita! ¡Qué bonita eres!
Oh. Hey, Ocho, están en España todavía en su intercambio, por eso no podemos traerlos al tiempo.
We must know a photo of the girls.
Wow, your Spanish is getting really good.
Bienvenidos! I absolutely love your acervo. I bought that here for green juice and it's working wonders on my skin.
I'm sorry.
And you have to tell me when you got those shoes you're wearing. You must give me your stylist info.
Vente.
Not shoes, it's bricks.
Leave you talking so I can come back up.
Oh, no, I gotta finish my nails. love this house.
It's beautiful. Hey, you guys! How was the drive, all right?
You would know if you called me back. I thought you were doing that.
And you know, because of very Casey.
Wait.
Good choice.
So George and I are blue, Casey is green, and Gary is purple, and Rachel in your family. Just put it on everything. Rachel.
Is there anything left?
What little sis? No hug?
Hi.
Like,
What's up, Donnie? Probably worth a couple thousand.
It's great.
Okay, so this isn't a game. What are y'all doing right now? Let's go to the next one. If you see something that you like, just use this. It's mine or my contributions.
and technically, this is Mom's house.
I live here, and some of these things belong to me.
You can say.
I'm not doing this for you. Besides, Mom, that's the rule. I bought this land. It's mine.
Calm down. It's just a land.
It is my land. I'm sure Mom split everything up with me. She can't split up my possessions.
We should discuss what we're going to do with this house.
Hey, finally, you're all here. I am really excited to get this done. Not here. Everything else I'm really excited to get started. I am Mr. Shepard. I'm your father's attorney. I'm also the executive of the group.
Oh, good. Okay, are we gonna do that now?
I'm gonna let you know.
Casey, it's a stranger.
Yeah, did you marry? Because I didn't see your husband's name on the minutes.
I'm not saying this to the.
I want you all to know that your mom is exceptional. And over the past weeks, I've spent a lot of time, and she put a lot of time into this. And she asked that I begin by reading the Lord's Prayer. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen.
Mom's favorite scripture was, "There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born, and a time to die." Ecclesiastes 3:1 and 2. Mom cherished every moment and lived her life to the fullest. She truly believed that what you sow here on earth, you reap in heaven. She believed that's where we'll receive our true inheritance. Everything here on earth is fleeting. She talked a lot about that in her final days. Y'all would know that if you had bothered to listen.
Mom was a winner. She brought this family into greatness, and her legacy will live on. I'm naming a street after her.
Mom, every Monday there was a note on my dressing room table from you. You'd write an encouraging scripture verse, and you always reminded me to put other people first. I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss you so much. But I know I'm going to see you again in heaven. Thank you for calling me every night just to pray with me. For always encouraging me. Your mother accepted me into this family for who I was. Unconditional love.
install the giant.
Okay. So are we gonna read the will?
That's what you have to say. And join him again.
Yes, here we are. You have activated the special rule. If any of my children ask about their inheritance within 5 minutes of spreading my ashes, read the 2 following scriptures. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hidden in a field. When a man found it, he hid it again. And then in his joy went and sold all he had and bought that field. So was fulfilled what was spoken through the prophets. I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter things hidden since the creation of the world. Inform my children that the deed is hidden on the property. First one to find it shall inherit my entire estate.
What? A treasure in a field?
Just read the will.
No, I don't have it.
Where is it?
It appears it's hidden somewhere on the property.
I don't know anything.
You didn't know Mom was going to do this?
Nope. She didn't tell me.
I don't believe Mom would do this.
This is a joke, right?
Mr. Shepherd, we all traveled a very long way. We came here for one night to put Mom's affairs in order and lay her to rest. This is not the appropriate time for games and tricks.
I understand. If any of my children ask about their inheritance within 5 minutes of the service, you will inform them that the deed can be found somewhere on the property. Now, it also says like that.
Yeah, I think we got that.
What does this mean? First to find the deed inherits everything.
What? Like you guys didn't want to know what you inherited? I think Mom meant for me to have that. I have lived here my entire life. I should get it.
No. I'm the oldest. I should get it.
I mean, we should all get it. Mom would want us to all have it.
Well, obviously not. And we're not going to keep it. We're going to sell it. We're going to split it 40, 20, 20, 20.
Why would you get 40%?
Because I have the least out of all of us.
Listen, we each get 25%.
I don't want to sell this house.
It's not up to just you.
That's right. It's up to the one who finds the deed.
Rachel, you could buy my share of the house.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Think about mine too. Where did Casey go?
The first one to find the deed inherits everything. But there's a lot more to it than that, though, if you would just indulge me. Well, I guess I'm just a guy holding the rules. Emily, your grandmother requested that this was all documented with photos. Would you mind doing the honors?
Yeah, of course. You first.
Don't mind if I do give it this side. Right.
Where can I find good reception around here?
No Wi-Fi on the premises, sir.
I don't see it, George.
Sophie, why are you wearing those ridiculous shoes? You don't have to act a party, you know, you could just be.
Mi amor, tranquilo. Enemy so powerful.
All right. It's not here. Vámonos.
Mom would get such a kick out of us right now.
And Dad would just be rolling his eyes.
I'm not really dressed for this.
George, you should have left your shoes outside. We're training dirt all through my house.
You mean Mom and Dad's house?
I got to finish those trips.
It's not just your house, Carrie.
You know, if I find this, I'm keeping the whole thing for myself.
This is our family home.
Not if I find it. Those are the rules.
Let's find a way to make this fair for everyone.
Damn Valdez here.
This property is huge. It could be anywhere on it.
Indeed, as I've tried to tell you, your mother left very specific instructions. You're ready to listen to me. Good. But there are challenges that lead to clues that lead you closer to the deed. You have to work together as a family to complete those challenges and get those clues.
Of course. Got to be kidding me.
Couldn't just die. She had to have the last word.
No, Casey, you had to have the last word. That's what started all of this. Okay, I thought I was done with all the little kid stuff when I left. Why didn't you warn us, Carrie? You've been here the whole time.
Thank you for acknowledging that. I know it was.
Again, you didn't know Mom was making this game?
Not this. I knew she was making something, but she was always making stuff. You know, Mom, all the way up to the end.
What are you talking about?
Mom's games?
Un juego.
Remember that story I told you about my 10th birthday?
Ay, claro, amorcito, sí, el gran juego del mundo, ¿no?
Exactly. 10 friends, 10 clues, in 10 hours.
I spent forever in the barn looking for that stupid needle in the haystack clue. All along, it was hidden in the culvert by the road. Stuck in there trying to find that last clue.
Ripped my fake dress. So I'm starting to Wait, you climbed in a culvert.
Like you, my mom.
I really wanted to win.
Yeah, George always wins.
Nothing wrong with being a winner.
Wait a minute, Mr. Shepard, you said that we have to all work together to get the clue. That's what it said right here.
But you also said that the person who finds the deed gets to inherit everything.
Oh, no, shit.
It doesn't make any sense. Why would we all work together for one person to get everything?
Well, that would be an excellent question for you. But now that Casey has unlocked this part, yeah, he might be right. You can only say what's here in this book. And your mother was very specific about all this. This book that she made, she planned everything right down to the smallest detail. Now, how this all turned out, well, that's up to you all.
So this is the only way we're going to get our inheritance. We don't have to play. You could just tell us what it is.
No, it's really bad.
Only Mom will make a game legally binding.
You can fight it in court, but technically you can do whatever you want with a will. You can make a term whatever you like. That's actually my specialty. Strange contacts and agreements. That's why your mother hired me. You know, I once had a client that refused to give his family their inheritance until each and every one of them showed up to his funeral wearing a cheetah suit.
You're kidding, right?
Oh, no, I'm not.
But seriously, I'm with Rachel. We should fight this.
You might be able to fight. But in the meantime, you should know if someone or anyone finds that deed, well, they can inherit the entire estate.
My estate?
Well, it's technically not yours yet. Simply.
So you're saying that even a non-family member could inherit it?
Oh, yes, even the pizza guy. That's why I would recommend that you find it here and now.
Well, what about you?
Oh, me? I'm your will's executive, so I'm disqualified. It keeps everything fair for me.
Okay, let's get this over with.
Excellent. If you'll follow me into the kitchen, I have your first challenge prepared. Right this way. Okay.
Sneezies.
Yep. And I made this one for a second.
Yeah, I'm not wearing this. Casey, I worked hard on these. Have some respect for her dying wish. It's the least we can do. Yeah, but I don't cook.
Where God cooks, there is no smoke.
You never learned to cook, Casey.
Challenge number 1. There's a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. There's a time for war, and there's a time for peace.
Mom used to say that to me all the time when we were in the kitchen together.
Well, you must work together to complete this challenge. The kingdom of heaven is like yeast that a woman took and mixed into the flour until it's worked through the dough. Now, your meal must be complete, and you must have the full family experience from cooking to dining.
Love the smell of fresh bread. Not only that, it's the whole Dubose Sunday dinner. Okay, let's start with the Trinity. Here, Rachel, you check that. Mirepoix. Same thing. Onions, celery, carrots. The holy trinity of French and Cajun cuisine. Start your meal with this and it will be amazing. Mom loved Mirepoix. She used to say, put the trinity in your food and you'll put it in your soul.
You know, Carrie, I'm just a good old-fashioned home cooking.
All right, put this on the stovetop to get hot. Casey, boil some water in here. And
nope, that does not qualify.
Why not?
All 4 siblings must participate together in order to complete the challenge. And you'll kill Casey. I don't make the rules. I just hold the book.
I'll find her.
The virus that causes shingles is sleeping in 99% of people over 50. It's lying dormant, waiting, and could reactivate. Shingles strikes is a painful, blistering rash that can last for weeks, and you can wake at any time. Think you are not at risk for shingles? It's time to wake up, because shingles could wake up in you. If you're over 50, talk to your doctor or pharmacist about shingles prevention.
It's $10 Tuesdays at KFC. Every Tuesday, grab 8 pieces of hot, juicy Kentucky Fried Chicken for just $10.
It's wrapped up in
Casey? What are you doing in Mom's bathroom?
I was actually looking for a guitar, but boy, I found this.
Nice try, but you gotta join us.
You know, I actually can't remember this.
Let me see. You know what? This was your kindergarten recital. You don't remember that?
No.
You stole the show. You know, you always like me. Lighten up in front of the crowd.
So look at this one.
Look at that. That's when we did community theater together. Wow. Good times, huh? Now come on, join us. Besides, it's in the rules. We'll get this over with faster if we work together.
That's not my problem. I'm gonna find this thing first.
Oh, and if you don't?
Well then one of you good Samaritans will just share yours with me.
Hey, I did my good deed last year when I loaned you that money.
Well, then I might as well just come on out and say it. This is stuck.
Nice. You know, you always seem to find yourself in these situations, Casey.
No, I think you always seem to find me in these situations.
That doesn't look like it's coming off.
I guess I'll just have to keep it.
Or we just take off the whole finger.
Hey.
You know what? I have something in my room that'll sort everything out. Trust me.
George, this is scratching my new oven. This is ridiculous, guys. Uncuff me.
We're just protecting you from getting more ring stuff.
Well, it was an accident.
That's my favorite dream.
Okay, then I'll take it off. Just uncuff me. I'll use soap.
Do you remember that time when Casey would not come down for dinner? Every time George went up to get her, he'd come back down and say that she wouldn't leave her room.
And Mom finally had to go up there and get you herself, remember?
Yeah. She found me handcuffs in my bedpost.
That was the best idea I ever had. Although I didn't know I'd be reusing that same idea on you as an adult to keep you around instead of to keep you away.
You guys, you'll get way more excited with 2 hands. And you can trust me. I promise.
True that. Hey, let's say grace. Oh, come on, Mom's not even here. We don't have to do that. Dear Lord, thank you so much for this food. May it nourish our bodies and give us strength to complete Mom's last request.
Okay. We're done. What's the next clue? This is delicious, by the way.
Thank you.
You haven't completed the challenge yet.
We cooked a meal together. We're eating together.
All right, we have to finish it. Everybody trouble it in.
Casey, slow down. You're gonna choke.
What? What are we gonna do?
Just like when she was little.
Okay, really eat. Or is there anyone gonna get this food?
Oh, Casey, let's hurry up. I have to get to work before.
How long is this going to take?
Well, it depends on you. What you do and how you do.
Do you remember that crazy Easter when we were kids? When did you finally find your basket, Casey?
Days.
Yeah. And she cried so much. I wasn't that bad, you guys. Oh my gosh, you were. I remember by the 3rd day, we laid in the middle of the kitchen floor bawling. We had searched and searched and we couldn't figure out the clue. Mom kept saying, "You're hot girls, you're so hot." We looked in the fridge and we opened the cabinet. And then from your spot on the floor, and you're full of tears, you looked up.
It was duct taped to the bottom of the dining table. I was so exhausted and frustrated, I just laid there. While we untaped it and laid it next to you. You remember? Yeah, I remember you guys standing around and laughing at me.
No, we weren't laughing at you. I laid there for a long time, rubbing your back. I always took care of you. Mom just wanted us to work together.
No está aquí. So what do we do now?
Carrie, can you reread the challenge card? There's a time for war and a time for peace. My rose today is reminiscing with you all about our childhood. My rose is that the first time in a long time we cooked a meal together as a family. It's been really nice to have y'all back under this roof.
My rose and my thorn are the same thing. We buried our mother, but it brought us together.
I like this roses and thorns thing. You each say something good and bad about your dad. Casey, you still have to say something.
My thorn is that I handed my sister her career on the night of my last concert.
Are you kidding me, Casey? That was a long time ago.
She wouldn't be a TV star if I hadn't been a rock star.
We have nothing to do with each other.
What? She'd be nothing without me.
Cobra gave your sister her fame.
Cobra was my guitarist.
Cobra fell off your stage and became her patient.
Back up. Can somebody fill me in on this story?
I'm so sick of this story.
Casey was rocking me out on stage. When he started getting a little rowdy. Now, her lead guitarist, Cobra, he got pulled into a mosh pit by a sea of screaming women. Now, he hit the ground, partner was knocked unconscious. Next thing you know, a beautiful blonde Cobra out on the stage from the wings. She literally dove into the audience, pulled Cobra back onto stage, resuscitated her, and saved his
He broke his hand in 7 different places. So he was my other half, and they canceled my tour.
How was that her fault? She saved the man's life.
Because he wanted to come back on tour with me, and she told him not to. And she recommended a surgery that would take a year of recovery.
She made the right call, Casey. He's still playing to this day.
Yeah. And I'm not.
Can we just move on?
Well, congratulations. You completed the challenge. Now, I will read the clue, but first, you each get to select an item from this pack that no matter who gets the deed, you get to keep. Go ahead, number 7.
I get the big pizza oven. Wait a second, I think I paid for that.
I get the cuckoo clock. Awesome. Most annoying chimes ever.
Just don't set it to every hour like Mom did. Oh, I get Mom and Dad's old station wagon.
That's mine.
Great. Mom's China set.
I always wanted Mom's China.
I don't.
Okay, I will read the clue. Don't store up treasures here on earth, where moths eat them and rust destroys them, and where thieves break in and steal. Look to your childhood hiding spot for your next challenge.
I had a hiding spot. My diary?
I hate things at my friend's house.
I had a lockbox, but I don't think Mom had the key.
Maybe she found the key.
It is a delicious meal.
Hey, Mom. Did you really ruin Aunt Casey's tour?
Of course I didn't.
Why does she blame me?
Because Aunt Casey has a hard time taking responsibility for herself.
And why did she stop making music?
You'll have to ask her. Your Aunt Casey can make music with or without a stadium full of people. Just like I can help people whether I'm on TV or not.
I thought I cut the head off that doll and flushed it down the toilet.
No, that was Malibu Barbie. This Barbie I made because there was no such thing as Dr. Barbie when I was a kid.
Mom and Dad said there was nothing we couldn't do.
Hey, who wants to hear my speech for class president?
No. But look at this. Oh, Carrie, that was my favorite restaurant growing up. I can't believe y'all actually ate my mud pie.
We spit it out.
Wow, that was fast. You guys are good at this game. You ready for your next challenge?
I'm exhausted.
All right, challenge number 2. And Jesus said, let the children come to me. Don't stop them, for the kingdom of heaven belongs to those who are like these children. Matthew 19:14. Remember your youth by playing a game of capture the flag.
I'm getting too old for this.
Yeah, and it's dark outside. What? No, don't be wimps. We got this.
It's been a long day. Let's make a rule. We'll break from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m.
8 a.m.? I don't get up before 10.
Maybe that's why you're unemployed.
Great. I'll see you at 8. Oh, you'll get up for that money.
Hello, Casey. It's your mother. I have something to read to you. There once was a farmer who planted seeds. Some of the seeds fell on a path. Birds eat them. These seeds are like those who hear the message of the kingdom and don't understand. Oh.
You don't want this tea?
It's just dumb old songs from when I was young and stupid.
Oh, but they're really good.
I'm kind of busy. Okay, well, can I borrow it? Yeah, you can have it.
Oh, can I use this?
Go for it.
You know, my mom gave me your album. I love your music.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, Lives of Our Youth is best.
I think there's an early version of that on the B-side. Hit play.
My Stars.
I changed the title when I put it on my album.
Can I see your guitar?
No.
Don't you miss on this?
Fame is empty.
So you don't want it back?
There's nothing quite like the adoring fans who want your autograph and your photo.
But you just said it was empty.
It is. But I like to be liked.
I like your fantasies.
Really? Would you do something for me? I say, you and I team up to find the deed. Like a aunt and niece bonding kind of thing.
Really?
And then, if we find the deed, I can give you 10% of the money I get.
I would do it just to be with you.
Perfect. Then I'll give you 5%. Okay, you take the first shift tomorrow at 8 a.m.
Okay, I'll go tell my mom.
Unless we find it tonight.
Isn't that against the rules?
Cool kids like us don't play by the rules. I mean, you want to be just like me, right? And go downstairs and see if the ghost is clear.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin night and day. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. But now I have Rinvoq, a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some taking Rinvoq felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days, and some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many saw clear or almost clear skin. Plus, many had clearer skin and less itch, even at 3 years.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections and blood clots, some fatal. Cancers, including lymphoma and skin. Heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occur. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your dermatologist about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Detect this. Living with HIV, Robert learned he can stay undetectable with fewer medicines. That's why he switched to Dovato. Dovato is a complete HIV treatment for some adults. No other complete HIV pill uses fewer medicines to help keep you undetectable than Dovato. Detect this. Marnina learned that most HIV pills contain 3 or 4 medicines. Dovato is as effective with just 2. If you have hepatitis B, don't stop Dovato without talking to your doctor. Don't take Dovato if you're allergic to its ingredients or taking dofetilide. This can cause serious or life-threatening side effects. If you have a rash or allergic reaction symptoms, stop Dovato and get medical help right away. Serious or life-threatening lactic acid buildup and liver problems can occur. Tell your doctor if you have kidney or liver problems, or if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, or considering pregnancy. Dovato may harm an unborn baby. Most common side effects are headache, nausea, diarrhea, trouble sleeping, tiredness, and anxiety. Detect this. You could stay undetectable with fewer medicines. Ask your doctor about Dovato.
BK Royal Crispy Wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack if it fits in one hand. And BK, have it your way.
You must know what it's like. Tell somebody, tell somebody the way I love you.
I know you guys can find you here. What are you doing? You did. I'm looking for the lead. Take your time. You don't stick around if I leave.
Coast is clear.
Perfect. I always envisioned I would come back to live in this house someday.
You know, I've been thinking. I think I should come home and be mayor of this town.
I always wanted to be president. That comes with the house.
Yeah, but I think I'm better at town flipping, actually. It's my specialty.
Town flipping?
Yeah, you know, it's like house flipping. People buy houses, they fix them up, they sell them. That's what I do in towns.
Okay. I'm assuming if y'all found it, you were just staying here.
I'm sorry.
Well, I don't want to live this house like this. These are beautiful views. First, we should do is just settle. Unless it's separation. First, we should do is look at the
I might be ready to be done with this place.
This house holds family memories.
All my memories are of caring for a dying parent.
You didn't have to do that. We could have hired someone to help her. That was your choice.
It didn't have a choice. Y'all left. Besides, I wasn't going to hire a stranger to take care of my own mother. After Dad died, I invited her to come live with me. It had all of her memories. It was her home.
This is also why I want the house.
Again, that was her choice, and you chose to
I
stay.
chose to put her needs above my own.
So what do you want to do now?
Open my own cafe.
You should do that.
That's why I want my inheritance.
That's exactly what we need to find a deal before Casey does.
Oh, thanks so much for inviting me to this little family meeting.
Casey, stop being so dramatic. Listen, guys, I have a new plan, and I really need the house now. I want to put this town on the map.
Yeah, well, I really need money.
Casey, money is not more valuable than our family home.
Yes, it is when you really need the money. You have a townhouse in New York City and a house in the Hamptons. Why do you need another house? You're just being greedy.
I'm with Casey. I can use some money.
Thank you. Okay. Hey, let's get a pact. How about this? If one of us finds it, we split it equally.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Rachel, help me be mayor of this town.
Deal. Mayor,
I'm going to do something good for my hometown.
You're coming home now. Now that Longley's died. That's great, George. Just
It
girly.
was your choice to
I
stay.
still live here.
Maybe I'll let you have the guest house.
Hey, Casey. Yeah. Just see if you have that money that you borrowed from me.
Yes. Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay. Cool. No, if it's on a deed, maybe you can just pay me back from your share of being here.
Yeah.
Great. Good night, sis. Good night. Hey, let's find this dude.
Yes.
What am I gonna do without you?
Reach. I didn't plan over your mom's adventures.
Oh,
Although I should have seen it coming.
We're almost done.
Hey, come on, this could take days.
I know. Thanks for sticking up for me. I can't believe she still goes on and on about that concert.
As much as I like being your knight in shining armor, I think it's time to settle that feud.
I don't know how to.
Be the bigger person. If you suck it up and say sorry. Oh, even if it wasn't your fault, you made a call and hurt your sister. And if you hadn't become Cobra's doctor, you would become Dr. Rachel. And I'll meet you.
So I should apologize?
If you want a relationship with your sister, you might loosen things up. It might solve the problem. She seems to be going through a rough time right now. Just have some compassion.
I feel like she's always going through a rough time. This would be so much easier if Casey wasn't so... Casey.
You can't expect someone to be something they're not. You need to look at who they are. I'll see you with Emily soon. Try to get hurt looking for that deed. Rachel, give her a chance, okay? Sure, she's a little curmudgeon.
She's my little curmudgeon.
Yeah, that's my problem. Love you, baby.
Love you. Be safe.
What are you doing?
Stretching. I am. It's yoga. You think this is the one lab version of 2?
What you doing? When I wake up in the morning, very first thing I do, I say hello to the world.
All right. Let the festivities begin, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, what are the rules?
Remember your youth by playing a game of capture the flag. The first one who brings me that flag wins. Line it up. Team 1 to my right, team 2 to my left. Ready? Set. Let's do it. All right. Oh, for goodness sake. Sweetie, what happened? Are you okay?
I'm Did you hurt your ankle and your wrist?
I'm good.
Okay.
Sure. Hey, I'll be inside.
Thank you, Emily. Thank you.
Oh, there she goes again, keeping people from winning because she's got to be Dr. Rachel all the time.
And the winning team is Team Casey, Karen, and Emily. Go ahead and choose your prize.
The grand piano. Oh man, I want the piano. Oh, what did you get?
Great Aunt Helen's green Afghan.
Okay, I'll give you the piano if you give Rachel the piano.
I'll think about it. What's the next clue?
All right. Clue number 2. There's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to weep, a time to laugh.
Where did I go to laugh?
When are we gonna cry? Or we do both? The dollhouse.
It's a beautiful day. Oh, yes, it is. It's a beautiful day.
I was just
You're precious moment tonight. Oh my gosh, Rachel, you're the youngest.
Casey is strong.
She does.
And a first place ribbon, Karen?
Yes.
I can't believe Mom kept this picture of me and George W.
Oh, she sings so much from her childhood.
I know, I can't believe she kept the ticket stubs from your first concert. I had goosebumps the entire time you were up there.
Mom was so proud of you.
We all were.
Those were my happiest times.
Your life's not over yet, Casey.
I hope the best for me is still yet to come.
Me too.
Yeah. Kind of feels like the best is behind me, though. And you all were so proud of me. What does that say about me now that I'm unsuccessful? I wasn't proud of you because you were successful. Just proud that you were using the voice God gave you. She loved you. She loved all of us. For who we are and all we do.
Are we using our gifts for God?
COPD isn't pretty. I'm out of breath and often out of the picture. But this is my story. And with once daily Trelegy, it can still be beautiful. Because with 3 medicines and 1 inhaler, Trelegy keeps my airways open for a full 24 hours and prevents future flare-ups. Trelegy also improves lung function, so I can breathe more freely all day and night.
Trelegy won't replace a respirator or sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsening breathing, chest pain, mouth and tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or either occur.
Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy for COPD, because breathing should be beautiful all day and night.
Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks VapoStick. And try new Vapor Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors.
Shopping is hard. I can never find anything in my size.
I don't even know my size.
I got my clothes the same place that I my groceries.
What's that weird?
There's a better way. See this? No shopping. Take it easy with Stitch Fix. Just share your size, style, budget, and done. Your personal stylist sends pieces picked just for you. That was easy. Stitch Fix. Online personal styling for everyone.
Hi. Hi. I'm sorry, I can go.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't remember hearing this one on the album. It wasn't going to be a top 10, so I like it. Can I tell you something?
Sure.
Okay, but just don't tell my mother. Please. Oh, now I'm intrigued. Now you have to tell me. I want to be a singer.
Really? Let me guess, she doesn't approve? She doesn't think it's a sustainable job. Well, she might have a point there. But I want to be a Christian musician. Amy Grant was my hero growing up. Oh my goodness. Oh, my mom has a ton of Amy Grant. Well, your mom was actually the first person to take me to one of her concerts. She and I were die-hard fans. We used to spend so much time in your mom's room listening to records over and over and over again until they skipped. And then we begged Grandma to take us to the Christian bookstore the second something we got on the shelves. And we'd wait outside in line for hours. Is that the ticket? That's you. Oh, cool. Look, it's a B for the B-side. Grandma thought of everything. Yeah. I think Mom was my number one thing. She still is. Yeah. Just not on this planet. No, my mom. My mom is your number one. I hope we make another album soon, Casey. Yeah. And hey, why don't we write more songs about God? Because I don't think they would make very much money. Each of us has a gift to use to serve others. In the real world, I mean, you have to look out for yourself. I'm sure whoever said that was rich. No, it's from the Bible. And some people believe that we're all here to fit together in this intricate way. So like what you do and say complements what others do. And it all works together for God's purpose. Seems kind of crazy, I guess, but it makes sense to me. I have an idea.
This better be good, Casey. I just fallen asleep.
Okay, guys, we have got to get back to our lives. I mean, I love Mom. I love what she's doing for us. Sort of, not really, but we have to get a move on. So I say we corner Mr. Shepherd and demand he tell us where the deed is.
Oh, I was kind of having fun playing this game. I want to see what Mom came up with.
That's sweet, Carrie, because you live here. But this could go on for days.
I mean, the book would have the answer. Let's go get it.
Do I have one?
Of course, it's a him.
Why would I have one?
I don't know. I'm coming.
Wow, it's scary. Oh, it's good to see you guys are taking this seriously. It's an interesting turn of events.
Okay, buddy. Hand over the book.
Why? It's time for us to get back to our lives. So tell us where the deed is now.
The answers are not in this book. And I don't know where that deed is.
What do you mean that deed? Is there more than one?
I don't know. It's what your mother wanted you to do. She structured this game to ensure that you play by her rules.
Okay, but this is ridiculous. I mean, she's not even here to play with us.
Ugh, exactly. Your mother told me she knew all of you would only come back home to bury her and get your money. And this was the only way to get her family back together. When's the last time you all came to visit her?
I took care of her.
I gave Carrie medical advice for her all the time.
I admit, I should have come home more often.
But we didn't know that she was going to survive.
All right, you guys, come on. We're wasting time here. Can you just tell us where it is now?
Okay. Special meeting. Just for you. If any of my children demand or threaten Mr. Shepherd to reveal where the deed is before they find it, that will enforce a time limit. I think this qualifies as threatening. And if they don't find the deed before the next sundown, everything I own will be divvied up between my favorite charities, even the things they have won. How do you like that? She knew that.
What? No way.
Hey, can I please have an?
I honestly didn't see this coming.
It's all your fault, Casey.
You keep getting his penalized.
Quit blaming me for Mom's games. Plus, it was George who even threatened him.
Okay, you guys can spend all night playing the blame game, but can you do it somewhere else? I need sleep. And might I suggest that you get some rest? Because tomorrow, you got challenge number 3 and less time. Oh, that's classy. Nobody's getting you.
Okay,